paper towel.
Oh my goodness.
Uh, Sorry, folks. I went
I was like,
outside to put some water in the garden and lost track of time.
what's going on?
Yeah. How late am I? Let's see. 8:05. That's not too bad. We've done
Yeah, and
worse.
it didn't even start until till now. And you
What?
had it scheduled?
No, I'm pretty sure I scheduled it for 8.
Oh, yeah, it didn't even start until just now.
What? Okay.
Yeah,
Show's
that's weird.
almost over. Lag says. Yeah. Who we got here? We got
What's
first.
going on?
Hi, Carol. Crack. Last. Lag high.
I
Brick. House. She mighty. She's letting it all hang out. Yeah, she's a brick.
Hi, Steve.
Jim Mowers. Do I know Jim Mowers? Jim? Do
Yeah.
I know you? Oh, we
Yeah,
know Jim? Okay, you know Jim. I should know
I'm pretty
Jim,
sure.
huh?
Yeah, pretty sure he's been here before.
Hump day! What day is it? Hump day! I didn't even know what day it was until now. Actually, when you're reselling, it's easy to lose track of a day or two, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of Saturday mornings I'll wake up and go, man, the show's fixing to start. Oh, wait, it's Saturday. We don't do a show on Saturday. Diane! Todd, where are you, Todd? You got lost.
Vanessa.
Vanessa, your picture is so pretty. Are you that pretty in real life? That was rude, huh?
She
That was
is.
one of those old grumpy man comments. No tact. I have no tact. Just ask Gwen. And the show's almost over. We're so late starting. My fault. My bad. You once was.
They'll live to see another day.
I'm as good once as I ever was. Who sang that?
What did
That
you
was
sell?
What I sell.
I just sell. I asked you first.
Let me look. Actually, I had a sale. Had 2 sales yesterday, but they came in early enough. I went ahead and shipped them. So since early yesterday, I have 0, nada, nothing, zilch, zip.
Yikes.
Ouch.
Yeah. I have
First
10.
dish.
I have 10 going out. 4 still waiting to pay.
You gave up and started working. What the hell?
I've, I've only been working since 3 o'clock.
Stress and jeans. Bearded, he said, does that mean you've given up trying to look good? Yeah, me pretty much too. Although, you and I both kind of try to keep the weight down. So we're trying. We're still trying.
Yep, try every day. That's how it
All
is.
hope is not lost.
It's better to figure out way ahead of time. If I would have known this a long time ago, I would have been way better off. But now that I know, like I try to tell everybody, you have to do it every day. You have to try every day. Every
Yeah.
time you go and put something in your mouth, you're making a decision.
Yep. And this eBay is supposed to send the buyer one of those square code things that when they come to pick it up, you scan their code thing off their phone, and it will onto your phone, and it will then show it's delivered. Back off, Sadie. What do you call those square code things?
The what?
Those square code things, you know, with the squiggly lines?
Oh, yeah. I can't think of it.
We're not putting LSD in our mouths 24K. Good morning. How you doing?
QR
24K.
QR code.
QR, yeah, QR. What's that stand for? Quality code? I don't know.
That's right. I'll be Master Yoda today.
Yeah, there's some way to do it. You go look at the YouTube video, and this somebody's got one up about it. But all you do is you go on your eBay app, and then it's got a place to go and take a picture of their code.
No, that's not
I
hard.
actually haven't done it, so do not. Master Yoda.
Yeah, show us 24K. Come on here and show us.
Stock jockey? What the heck? Talk
I
about
wouldn't
blast from the
do that in
past.
this.
Here, let me
I wouldn't.
invite everybody that wants to come in and talk. Let's talk.
I don't know if I would send them your phone number. It should be on your account, shouldn't it? Unless you took it off.
I think they can request to get it, but it's not just automatically on your account. Stock jockey goes way back, 7, 8 years.
Oh,
Actually, I'm about to hit the 9-year mark of my first video. Stock jockey.
you would have to, Anessa, you would have to use eBay messaging to do that. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
They don't want, I don't think they want you like saying, you know, here's my number. And then, unless they have bought it and paid for it, I can't remember exactly. It's been a long time.
Wow.
Must be Kids TV.
So you own that business, huh?
Yeah, I would think.
24K, I didn't know you owned, I mean, other than your work business, I thought your business worked for businesses.
Dunstan Surfwear, huh?
What's bought and paid for? The item you're selling? Yeah, stock jockey. You did. That lady in the
Customize your board shorts. That's cool.
stock jockey did a lot of videos showing the process of turning gold scrap into gold bars. And there's this beautiful lady that he films doing it. Everybody was gaga over her. Johanna Paid him $50K to be his partner and $50K he took international. Nice.
That's really cool. 24K.
Cool. Do you have surfing in Saudi? I wouldn't think the waves would get big enough there.
I mean, they gotta be waves just like ours.
24K was, I think that guy would do anything to make $1 million. And he has several times.
Yeah. We don't surf, we lounge. Oh, come on, that's no fun.
God. He put a picture the other day of the temperature there
Mm-hmm.
up on our little chat room, and it was like 134 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh my God.
I know.
Wow.
134. It seemed like that would melt your car tires
Everything.
to the road.
Melt your everything.
56 Celsius. What does that equal to? Like 134 or something. Cars broke down. I imagine they're probably all just overheated and fell apart. Aren't the belts on cars like rubber? Wouldn't they like melt to the engine block?
You would think.
Nobody calls it a bonnet. It's a hood. A car hood, not a bonnet. That's what they call it in England.
What is it?
Where is it?
What's a bonnet?
It's a car hood. They call it,
Oh, a hood.
the front hood of a car.
Yeah.
In England, they call that a bonnet. I don't know why.
Oh my God.
I mean, it makes sense. You wear a
You
bonnet
guys
on
are so
top of your
weird.
head, but
Yeah, a bonnet goes on your head.
yeah. And then the back
Hat.
end of the car that you open up is called the boot instead of a trunk.
Don't you people speak English? You better quit. I'm gonna get offended.
The rubber handle on your rear door Sequoia melted. Oh my God. I bet that's not a real cheap fix either. Pops has a big boot. Yeah, I got a pickup load for
Got
my
lots of
boot.
junk in your trunk.
Yeah, junk in your boot just doesn't sound right. Yeah. Nobody else wants to come on and talk?
Oh, come on.
We got some good
Boring show.
We got some good talkers in here. God, what have you been doing, Stock Jockey? Same old, same old? You haven't been making very many videos, have you, lately? I bet Stock Jockey had 5,000, 10,000 subscribers on his channel.
Yeah,
I'm trying to wake up.
me
He's
too.
caught.
I'm sitting here
Hey.
cleaning my other computer. I got to make a video. It's been like 2 weeks.
Cleaning
Get on
your
it.
computer.
Yeah, the screen gets
Dusty, yeah. I can sneeze on my screen and then dirt sticks to the snot. Dust. Santa, the southern version?
oh yeah.
Talk about Scott.
Trying to be Santa again. giving up a short beard, going back to a long beard.
Are you?
Don't tell Johnny.
I think she's gonna notice.
I don't know. About a month ago, she's like, is your beard longer? I'm like, no, I just cut it the other day. And she's like, she looked at me and she kind of made this funny mark. She says, okay, and she walked.
You're so funny, think you're getting away with something.
Oh my God. Well, how would you keep your beard from looking longer if it's longer? That doesn't make any sense. How are you gonna hide this from her? That's crazy.
She
Oh
doesn't
well.
care after
Yeah,
this many years. What difference does it make?
I know. I'm not getting any prettier. Hey,
Yeah,
I got a
all
question. I got a question for you, Scott.
right, what's that?
You know, yesterday I just got remonetized. I got 4,000 watch hours thanks to the morning show. Thank you, people. You're the best. Anyway,
Now you can make your $10.
yeah. How do you look to see how much they're paying you? Is there a way to do that? Keep track of
Not
your
really. If you go under your analytics, you can see
an
an
account.
estimated. There's a tab. I don't know where it is. I don't ever look at it. I don't want to make any money on YouTube.
Yeah. I was just curious. I didn't.
I did it one time, so I kept up with it. But all right,
Well, when you had that big video, I bet you were keeping up with it.
yeah, it's made right at 40 grand.
Nice.
Uh,
In the analytic portion, it's in a tab. Okay.
it's under. So it'll tell you your estimated. The very first overview will tell you your views, your watch time, your subscribers, and your estimated revenue, and then you can dive into your audience and all that stuff, where it comes from.
Okay. I figured it had to be somewhere, but I just needed to hunt and pick, and I didn't do that. I thought I'd just ask because I'm lazy like that. Audience revenue. There it is. Revenue. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. See more.
See more zeros?
Well, I mean, it's showing like from December to now, and I don't have any ad revenue from. Of course, they probably give you 0 when for all the video stuff I've done up until yesterday.
Yeah, we probably won't get anything
Correct.
for your back stuff. Your past.
Oh well.
13, 96, 97,
And then they don't send your money to you, but like once a month. Is that right?
Yeah, once a month, and it's got to be, I think, 100 for them to pay out.
Okay. It used to be back, like 5 years ago, before they made the new rules. I actually got paid three times, but it wasn't monthly. It was like over 2 years. I got paid 3 times. I wonder if they owe me any money from back then.
If it'll stay in your account, and if so, they will just add it back to it.
Huh. Okay, I got it.
Yeah,
Thanks.
I have a ton of footage that I just never. about the
Stick gold.
the biggest yard sale neighborhood we have.
Yeah.
Hi, Jim and Tara.
Oh
Since I
yeah.
don't want,
How'd your trip go on the yard sailing?
I canceled it.
You canceled. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so started this. I decided, by the time you spend a couple hours driving, I'd never done that one before. And the area I was going to, I've never had any luck because there's another one that runs right through there too. The 411 runs this parallel, and so I decided to stay here. And so Friday morning, Thursday night, I text Harlan. I'm like, at like 11 o'clock Thursday night. I'm not going. What time do you want me to pick you up? He's like 6:15, and we filled the freaking van up. The van was on a Friday. The van was. We get to the last yard sale, and this guy has. We both walked by him. There were two pedestals for a washer and dryer that they never used. Turns out they were still bubble wrapped in the original. Never even unpacked them. They were just sitting in the driveway. And we're leaving, and Harlan's like, the guy said, "Don't you need?" He mentioned a couple times, and Harlan's like, "So what's you want them gone out of your driveway price?" And he looked at the back and it had a price that said $25 on it. He said, "It's $25." And the guy goes, "No, that's the old price. You can have them for $10 each."
Oh my God.
And then we had to figure out the van was already full, so we had to unload like a quarter of the van to get these crazy pedestals in the van. I mean, I couldn't see out the back. We were at the ceiling. And then Saturday morning, we probably filled 3/4 of the van up. So it was one of our better weekends of just we buy
And
stuff.
that was local, right?
Yeah, we buy stuff for the local auction here. It's called Van Massey, and basically every Monday we take stuff. I have 2 8-foot tables every week, and Harlan has 3. And so we buy a lot of stuff at yard sales to see what it'll go for at auction, and it's amazing. A dollar item at a yard sale will be $8 or $9 at the auction, and you think, well, that's no big deal. But when once they take their 30%, you're still making like $5 or $6 on a dollar you just spent. And if you do this every week, and I average 60 lots a week, it starts adding up pretty quick. So I would say 75% of the stuff that we bought um, is for the auction. But
Nice.
because all that big stuff that he's going to put those 2 pedestals on Facebook Marketplace. But I bought it. What did I get? I got a toner cartridge. Most people know to pick up Brother toner cartridges. Somebody had it for 10. I've already sold it for 70 on Amazon. I pick up a few things here or there that went eBay and Amazon, but the vast majority.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
The weekend before I picked up I didn't know in the 70s Toshiba even made stereo receivers. It's like you would see in the 70s. It's got wood grain on the side of it. It's got the silver front. It's got the amber lights on it. This lady is like, I'm like, how much do you want for the stereo? I just wanted the turntable. So how much for a turntable? She said, I'm selling it as a group. You got to buy the whole set, the receiver, the tape deck, and the turntable. It's $50. She had them in white kitchen trash bags covering them. It was starting to rain. I'm like, it's starting to rain. How about $30? And she says, all right, $30. It all works. That Toshiba, the last receiver sold for $450 on eBay. The tape deck is a Technics. The last one of that sold for $250, and the turntable is a Technics. It sold for $200. So 24K. It sounds great. I've got my iPod over, or actually my old phone hooked up to it, running Spotify through that system, and it sounds very good. When I was testing the turntable, what have I got? I've got some Cheap Trick, some Christopher Cross, and Huey Lewis in the News, and it sounds so different on a turntable.
Yeah.
And then, oh my God, the test. I'm looking everywhere for a tape deck. Y'all are gonna love this. I'm looking everywhere for a tape deck. Where the hell? What tape do I have to put in the tape deck? I'll show you the only tape I can find. I'm gonna have to buy some the next time I'm at a yard sale because I can't listen to Zamfir much longer. That's the only tape I can find. Songs of romance from Zamfir.
That's funny.
Songs of romance for what?
From Zamfir. Remember him in the 70s and 80s?
Mhm.
Barely.
He was one of them new age guys, had them funky outfits. It looked like he came off Star Trek. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do you test a turntable? You need an older receiver for one thing. You can't. So I've got a receiver for sale on eBay that doesn't have a phono out, and it won't. You can't use it for a turntable because the turntable is an amplified connection because it needs to. When it's spinning around, the receiver needs to amplify the signal. So they've got a phone. You just plug it into a receiver that's got a phono jack, and then put an album on it and play it. The hardest part about a receiver, a turntable, is adjusting the needle so that it doesn't skip and play. You've got to get the weight right so it balances and reads. That took me a few minutes of just trial and error. You let the needle go down, it goes. Zzz, you go. Okay, let's adjust the weight.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, panpipes. Yeah, I was thinking he played a weird instrument or something.
And the speakers that came with it. Okay, so you've got this expensive Toshiba receiver. You've got a Techniques, which is Panasonic in the 70s is Techniques, and that was their good stuff. That was their good line. And it had realistic speakers with it. I'm like, this makes no sense to have all this money and all this equipment and have realistic speakers. Speakers from Radio Shack.
Yeah, speakers are the most important part of a stereo system.
Yeah, I've got a pair of Infinity bookshelf speakers I hooked up to it. They're smaller. They sound all right. But
yeah, because even a 10 watt per channel receiver will make good speakers sound pretty good.
Yeah, I had never seen a Toshiba receiver like that, and it looks like my mother had the Technics receiver like that, and it looks very similar. I was testing it at night and flipped the lights off, and that glow of that dial, it's a good looking receiver.
Yeah, the newer receivers don't even have the ground wire hookup for the turntable. You got to have the ground wire hooked up.
This one does. It has a ground wire hookup, and it's a mess. That turntable sounded like hell until I got the ground wire connected to it.
Yep, they don't play right unless you got the ground wire hooked up.
So you can buy an amplifier. So I tried that with testing turntables on that newer receiver. You can buy an amplified connection that fits between the turntable and the receiver. Yeah, that thing sucks. It sucks so much that. Oops.
Yeah.
I bought this one for $3. It's a Kenwood, only because it has a phono jack on it, so that on the very end, just so I could test.
Yeah, that's what you needed right there was the speakers for.
Show the back of it again.
Yeah,
has that got a ground wire hookup for the?
Yeah, right above it. See it? You can stick it in that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right there.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's just a little screw, but it's got that one's got the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think I bent the little things. Oh well. It's a good thing it's just $3. I'm keeping it to test.
It's kind of like younger women. They don't have that hookup anymore. Sorry, Sally. That was
Yeah.
a little locker room. Okay. Oh. You don't want to be solo anymore, do you?
I don't care. So you can see I changed in the background. All those bins are gone out here, and it's all used electronics, which I'm selling a lot of right now.
Wow.
What hookup? I don't know. It's like older women are beautiful lovers. Older women.
Yeah, I've got the turntable right here. What's so like?
Like, about what year did they stop putting turntable ground wire hookups on stereos? Maybe 20 years ago? 25 years ago?
I don't think it's not
All right,
long.
Max. Here's the turntable. This looks like a normal Techniques turntable. Uh, on the back, you've got the red and white wires. You got the power wire. You got this little dangly bit right here. That's the ground wire.
Yeah.
You just strip the end off and unscrew that little thing and screw it in. And it's amazing how good. I mean, I'm like, this thing sucks. It's terrible. I forgot the ground wire. I put the ground wire on. I'm like, oh wait a minute, it's awesome.
Yeah, you got 1978 is when they quit putting ground wire hookups on?
What?
No, it's not that long ago.
That ain't right.
Yeah, I've got another turntable. You can see it right there. It's turned up sideways. That's a USB turntable. I need to test it, but it doesn't have. I don't think it has phono. It just has a USB cable. It doesn't. So I don't even have a stereo to test it with.
Oh, you got to play it through your computer speakers. Just hook it
That
onto
that
your.
that receiver is right there. That one actually has a USB on the front of it. Maybe I should have tested it before I listed it for sale.
Hmm.
I can still drag it down, but it just found a home. But I did sell a receiver. There's good money in them. Most time at yard sales, uh, it was an Iowa AIWA. It was their T base, their super base. I had it at the auction and I looked it up. I'm like, wait a minute, this thing's worth $100 on eBay. Why do I have it at the auction? So I threw it back in the truck and drove home, and I sold it day before yesterday for 90 plus shipping. So I got $104 for it shipped.
Cool.
So that stuff still does sell. Let's see what I saw. Digital camera. Everyone here is a member of AAR. Hey, I'm not that old. Okay, I am that old, but you can learn a lot from us old folks about the craziness we pick up the South. It's
I'm not. I'm not 24K.
they'll let you in at like 45, Sally.
I'm
Yeah,
46.
you can sign up for AARP in your late
I don't
40s.
want
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
because that's a sign of your
I signed
tournament.
up for 1 year, and then they went all wrong candidate on me, so I dumped them.
So I bought this crazy thing Saturday.
Liar.
And this little stuff still has value. So the guy wanted $10 for it. It's an HP Mini. It's a little bitty laptop running on an Atom. Had the power cord, had the case. It was $10. I think it sells for right at 100. And when I bought it, I'm like, I've got one of these at home that I don't have a power cord for, and I've never spent the $10 to get a power cord. I wonder if it works. So I brought this one home. It was working in the guy's garage, so I knew it worked. I plugged the other one in. It works too. So this one $10 purchase got me two of these listed now instead of just one.
Good.
Man, you did do good.
Yeah, we picked up just a ton of stuff.
You got some couple of good videos coming out about it?
No, I had so much video footage that I haven't made that I didn't wear a camera this weekend.
Huh.
So I have an interesting footage. I need to sort through it. That's probably the video I need to make today. We ran into him again this weekend, the weekend before last. Fellow walks up and says, hey Scott, they told me if I went to yard sales right here, I'd run into you. Nice to meet you. So I talked to him for a minute, and he said, that's my son running around over there. So you see this little kid. He's 13.
Mm-hmm.
He's wearing a cowboy hat. He's got a little mullet, and he's just scanning. Never says a word. He's just over there working. And the dad says, you would not believe this young man. I'm like, all right, so tell me about him. And so the next yard sale we started talking about it. He is 13, and he's a crazy little entrepreneur. So in the last 90 days, I think he sold 16,000 on eBay in 90 days from everything.
Wow.
Stuff he's picked up from the yard sale. This kid is 13.
Wow.
So once he proved to his parents that he can make money at it. He can't drive, he can't set up his own account, so they've helped him with that. So at a couple yard sales later, they're like a team. The kid is scanning it, looking up stuff for eBay. The mom and the dad, they're all three at the same yard sale, all looking up different stuff. He's buying video games. He's buying boots. He doesn't have a specialty of what he's selling, but it was so amazingly cool to. And so what was cool about it? The dad said he really wants to do YouTube, and I told the dad, I'm like, he's got a perspective on being an entrepreneur at 13 that would be pretty cool for people to watch and see. And so this weekend when we ran into him, he had a chest mount GoPro on. He was videoing the yard sales himself. So maybe he'll get some videos out and start a yard sale. But that was
Cool.
that was cool for a kid like that. I'm telling you, nice young man, really cool family. They had gotten so good at it. Harlan and I got into the neighborhood at 6 o'clock at a 6 o'clock neighborhood sale, and they were like a yard sale ahead of us, and we're skipping that one just to get ahead of them.
Yeah, because they're probably getting all the good shit.
But you meet all kinds of cool people. There's plenty of stuff out. I'm just messing. There's plenty of stuff out there. Everybody has a different eye, but
For sure.
I thought that was 13 years old, and man, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of kids now that are starting to pay attention to what's selling. Oh, thanks for that, Todd.
Bum, bum,
You know,
bum.
and they're on top of what is trending.
Yeah, so I just finished the end of April. I finished another training class. That's the one thing I told them. I'm like, you might be old like me, and you want to know how do you keep up on some of these trends. eBay search is wonderful. If you search eBay search and put TikTok in your search, it'll show you what these kids are doing on TikTok and what the trends are, or use the social media titles and then once you pick out, find some things that are going. Now you've got people that are watching TikTok on top of it. Search their accounts. You got to drill down, and save these accounts of people who are selling this kind of stuff, because they'll have the next trend too.
Yes.
Like, it's nice to see what they've sold, but it's also, if you want to stay on top of it, these little girls on Instagram that show you, oh look, I sold this. You figure out what their account is, which is generally pretty easy, and then look at what they're selling now. Who's the one, Jen? What's her name? She's out in Washington. She's 30,000, 40,000 people on Instagram follow her, and she tells them what she sold. Man, we've got all of her accounts on eBay, Amazon, everywhere, and who cares what she sold? What did she find today? What did she list today?
Yeah.
So search. Don't forget to search TikTok. Search that kind of stuff. It's thrift to travel. That's her. When Dan messed with her, she sort of banned me. Okay, well, she banned one of my Instagram accounts. She didn't ban them both, but
Jeez.
So 24K says to read read tipping point. All right.
I haven't heard of that.
I'm sitting here. I'm moving the mouse around on the mouse pad. I'm like, why is it not moving? Because I got two computers in front of me.
Isn't Tipping Point a book about the stock market? But it's kind of a novel, right? I think there was a movie.
So it's Malcolm Gladwell. Is that the right one?
Thrifty Traveler.
Who's hot after another guy? The girl doing the
Thrifty
videos?
Traveler.
She's crazy.
Yeah, make sure you get if you're gonna buy that book, make sure you get the right one. There are quite a few tipping points by. Looks like a guy named several authors have used that title. But it's the number one search in bestsellers. That's a good book to look out for. It still sells for good money on Amazon. That's a $16 paperback, $22 hardcover book. All right, the heck with Amazon. Let's go see how much it is on eBay.
Read it, not sell it.
I think I have one ship on eBay today. It's exciting.
I had 10 going out today.
Let's see, where did I sell? I sold a thermometer for $20.
Cool.
I got zero. At least since yesterday morning.
Okay, so if you're gonna buy it, don't buy it on Amazon. Buy it on eBay because it's $4.08 on eBay. It says good condition. I wonder what they mean by
What
that.
is?
The book, The Tipping Point.
Oh. What's your eBay called?
Mine?
Yeah. Do you even know?
I'll give you one guess what my eBay account name is.
Okay.
I would
It's
think
on,
Bearded Pippin.
it's on the screen right there.
Okay.
I don't hide much. My Amazon store is pretty easy to find. My eBay. My Amazon store used to be. People used to want to know what it was that I did so much retail arbitrage. But now that I've switched to a lot of used stuff and used electronics on Amazon, they don't really want to. They don't want it that much anymore. The only bad thing is if you buy it on eBay, estimated between Monday, the 23rd, and the 25th. Well, that's not bad. I get mad with Amazon. You pick it up and it'll be here. What's today? Today's Wednesday. You know, if it's in stock, they'll have it here Friday.
The hell did it come up?
Yeah, that's it. I'm living off the proceeds of the Monopoly video. That money's long gone. look up a.
Well, you got enough sockets on there, Scott?
Do I have enough what?
Got
I
enough,
took
got enough sockets on your store?
I took all my store down because I didn't know where stuff was, and
Oh,
I've only got 20 listings, 17, 18 listings, whatever I've got.
like 1,800. I can't find that book.
Yeah, that watch is a little expensive there, 24K. The cheapest one on eBay is looks like 40,000. Oh no, there's one for 38.5. You can buy just the dial for 1,100. The band is 9,800.
Dang.
Boats and hose, Mr. Sadie. He's gonna change his eBay name to Boats and Hose. Shake it up a little bit. That's a good name.
Wow. I don't know what have I listed so far? A couple motors, a printer. So I've done good with this stuff. If you're in the store and see that, oops, I'm getting $40 a can for the oops.
Man.
I've sold 7 of them so far. I think 6 or 7.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, what are you buying it for?
$3.59 a can.
Oh.
It was at a local hardware store.
Yeah.
So there's something for you, Todd. I've got some Viger Mel XLP 60 tablets.
Sweet. Yep. Just a sec. Dang it.
Yeah, I need to list. I'm gonna list that receiver stuff today.
Yeah, get it sold. Get it out of there.
Yeah, because it's in the way. It takes up too much space. Oh, and I've got a DeWalt battery charger I got to list today too. It's sitting down there ready to get the picture taken.
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't even know what store to go buy that watch at. That's crazy. I don't even have my watch on today. I just have a Galaxy 3 watch.
That 24K, man, he's got some watches.
I mean, I live in Alabama. You ain't gotta be fancy in Alabama. Hell, with a smart watch, you are fancy in Alabama. Except for Huntsville. Is Dwayne in here today? They U.S. News and World Report, unfortunately, named Huntsville the #1 place to live in the U.S.
Huh.
They suck. They're just gonna make more people come here. We were #3 last year. They moved us up to #1 this year. It truly is. I try to tell people that, but it's Alabama. I'm like, this feels like. I mean, this is a normal metropolitan city. You can go out 10 miles out in the country and be in Alabama, but Huntsville is very high tech.
How's your cost of living?
This house that is currently valued at $390,000. My taxes on it are $800.
Yeah.
We have some of the lowest cost of living in the country.
Yeah.
And, not all Alabama is the same. But Huntsville, if you look up like the city with the most percentage of engineers, Huntsville, Alabama has more engineers per capita than any other city.
Mm.
Like a 30% growth rate, something crazy for the complete area for the last 10 or 12 years. It's one of the bigger things is when they made Huntsville, they put a parkway through the center, and then they've added a spur out to the interstate. So, so traffic moves pretty good for a city this size.
Yeah.
And it's like all Alabama and most other cities, it's spread out a lot. Where if you go to one of the larger cities up north, they've only got so much land, so everything is. It's not like in New York City where you go 3 miles, you're through the city, and on the other side, 3 miles, you're still right in the middle of Huntsville. Yeah, Mr. Sadie says Missouri the same way, close to that cost. It's very economical to live down here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's. I'm sure that that like where all your um well, where is it that Dwayne's moving?
He's moving to Decatur, which is 45 minutes to the west.
So that's probably close to like where he'll be working and stuff, and he's probably moving to a more higher. Isn't that more of a?
So 65, Interstate 65 splits Alabama right down the middle. We're on one side of 65, Huntsville, and then Decatur's on the other side. So
Oh.
so he's not. He won't be far from here. It makes it farther from me. I live 10 miles north of the city, so
Oh, okay.
it's actually only like 23 or 4 miles from Huntsville, and there's an interstate spur that runs between them. But
Hmm.
I have to get to Huntsville to go there.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they're gonna move, Terry, if they're gonna move here, you can't stop them. And our gas is generally pretty reasonable. It actually went up 10 cents yesterday. Unleaded here is 417, 418,
Yeah.
and diesel's 515.
That's about how it is here too.
It used to be a little cheaper, but the crazy Meemaw governor raised the gas tax last year.
Hmm.
And it is also, if you look at most surveys, Alabama is consistently ranked as one of the most conservative states in the nation, usually number one. Um, in the election coming up for statewide office, if 10% of Democrats might win, that'll be it. It is a
See,
Republican dominated state.
yeah, like whenever I think of like those, middle states, well, Alabama's not really of a middle state anyways, but I think of that it's probably cost of living is cheaper, and your minimum wage and stuff like that is not going to be higher.
All that's starting to catch up. McDonald's even has signs up here, $15 an hour to start.
Yeah,
Which
that's ours
which
too.
I ran McDonald's in the state in the early '90s and mid '90s, and you know minimum wage is $7.15 at the federal level, and for a long time that's what we paid. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, have y'all seen that? So 24K is talking about Sri Lanka. You see those riots and stuff yesterday? They were they've got no food, no medicine, no nothing. They are raising hell down there with the government.
Wow. Yeah, the whole war thing is really putting a stress on a lot of places.
I was
No, I
looking at
haven't seen that lag.
I was looking at it this morning on my phone. Some on Telegram, they were showing the Sri Lanka. I'm like, that is crazy.
Hmm. No, I don't know nothing about it. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you there, Tara, that everything is going to be getting, it's going to be going sky high because of diesel prices and everything's delivered with the truck. So,
John Jones, you're absolutely welcome, man. Free pickups for 10 years. I only go to UPS now on Tuesdays. I used to go every day because I'm going that way to meet the guys, eat dinner on Tuesday night. So I just drop them off. But because I won't be here when they're here to pick them up. But every other day, I've got 3 or 4 that'll go to UPS today. They'll come pick them up.
yeah.
And I was talking to the lady yesterday. She's a friend of the family, and I'm like, they save money because they pay between $1 and $2 a package if you take it to the UPS store, or if you drop it off at CVS. And so I had 24 packages on Monday. That would have been $48 they paid, or they would charge me $15 for the pickup.
Oh, wow.
If you gave people the free pickup, you save 48 minus 15. UPS is to the good.
Yeah.
I mean, and they're coming out here anyway. This neighborhood, 80, 90 houses. They're going to come here anyway.
Yeah. And Bumcrack says he's still paying double on fuel than what we're paying here.
Get a Camel. What am I going to do with a Camel out here? I got a Camel. You call it a Toyota Sienna.
A 9 hump convertible. I'm gonna have to look at that. Where's that at? Lag. Is that on YouTube?
Damn, I did it again. This computer does not control that.
McDonald's Monopoly documentary. It's interesting. Netflix, okay.
It's called McMillions, I think. Where can I watch it?
Where do you park a Camel?
It's streaming on Hulu.
On Hulu, okay.
Mm-hmm. It's called McMillions.
Okay.
Disney Plus, ESPN Plus.
I have to watch that. Okay, time to get to work, people.
Yeah, gotta go. It's been fun. It's been real. It's been real fun.
Sorry, Scott.
What'd you say, Scott?
I've got to go back to work.
Damn it.
Yeah, damn it. Yep, and quoting the bearded picker, I gave up trying to look good. I went to work.
I was never going to be a male model.